Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Okay, anyways, welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about the CinemaCon news and trailers and stuff that came out this past week. If you don't know what CinemaCon is basically a convention for the theater owners. And it's basically the studios trying to pitch to these theater owners, like, hey, we got a lot of cool movies. Be sure we want you to put these on your screens. And yeah, and that's basically what it is. They'll show like a lot of footage, some sneak peeks of what's coming, and they've even announced some films and stuff. So hello, EastVR. Have you seen the Megan 2.0 trailer? No, and that's honestly because I haven't seen the first one. I have not seen the first Megan, so I don't know if it was a good idea for me to try to watch the trailer for Megan 2.0. But especially today, there was some stuff that I really, really liked. I mean, especially one trailer that I was not expecting to like as much as I did. Hello, AJ. What's up? You know, speaking of what's up, you know, if you remember, you know, that's almost like a little quote from, I mean, even though granted they were kind of referencing this for another thing, but it reminds me of, Scary Movie. And, you know, with Scary Movie, you know, that's a parody film. And speaking of parody films, you know, I have to talk about this first. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about, but it's like, I really want to talk about that trailer for The Naked Gun. I really had no expectations for this whatsoever. Because granted, I've not seen Naked Gun movies, but I was like, okay, I guess it's a reboot. Turns out it's not a reboot. It's actually like a legacy sequel, but apparently, given this thing, it's like it seems like you don't have to watch The Naked Gun in order to watch it. But, oh my god, this trailer was so funny. It was way funnier than I ever imagined. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to... Like, it just kind of felt like what a modern spoof movie should be. Because it's like, if you don't know, I really love parodies. I love spoofs, but it's like, with a lot of these spoof movies that have been coming out, I mean, I guess not really recently. I mean, good God, like, you know, Date movie Date movie's almost 10 years old. But a lot of those spoof movies that came out in like the late 2000s, the ones that absolutely, like, some of those were so bad that they literally killed the entire like subgenre of movies. It literally killed spoof movies. Like with movies like, you know, Epic Movie, Disaster Movie, Meet the Spartans. People were just like, no, we're not having it. And then for the longest time, we never really got a spoof movie again. I mean, at least none that like had like any like big, you know, budget behind it. But this one, it looks like they're actually taking a go at it. Like, it actually looks really funny. Okay, this little gag right here, where Liam Neeson, you know, like pulls that off. It's like, that was already funny as is, and it's honestly not a bad effect. You know, and this part was like, you know, okay, you know, like, all right, yeah. But it's this gag where he's talking to his father, and it turns out that he's actually the son of Liam Neeson's character from The Naked Gun. That was really funny to me. Or actually, no, yeah, that wasn't funny. Like, yeah, no, that wasn't funny. But I don't think that was supposed to be I don't think that was supposed to be the joke. I think that was supposed to be the setup. Because then you see Paul Walter Hauser's character talking to his dad, and then it cuts this wide shot where everyone's just talking to their dead dad, and that's really funny to me. That actually got me really laughing hard. I just love these kind of wide-angle jokes like this. And then this bit right here with O.J. Simpson's character, because if you don't know, O.J. Simpson was in the Naked Gun movies, and then this happens. He's like, nope. That's really funny. That's really funny. I could not believe I was laughing this hard at a Naked Gun, like, spoof, like, trailer. Like, it's, like, actually funny. And here, the reason why I need this to be successful, I need the Naked Gun to be successful, because I want spoof movies to come back. I want good, old-fashioned, you know, spoof movies with a good budget behind them back being made. Like, it's time for this subgenre of comedy to come back. Because there's so many funny jokes you can make with parodies. But again, because of that stupid era of, what was it, Jason Friedberg and Aaron Seltzer, it's like, they literally killed it for the longest time, and I'm hoping this new Naked Gun can make it work again. Please, oh please. Hopefully the budget is low enough so it can break even or turn a slight profit, because it's not going to do too well at the box office. I at least hope that if the movie is, like, received very well, the studio recognizes, okay, like, let's say it's a scenario where the movie doesn't do well at the box office, but it actually has very good reviews. I hope the studio is able to recognize that the audiences still need to be adjusted to spoof movies again. It's like, alright, this one wasn't a great box office success, but people really liked it. So, maybe if we do another one, more people are going to go see this one, because it's like, oh, well, the last one was good, or I heard the last one was good, I gotta go see this one. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping that even if this movie doesn't do well at the box office, like, if this movie gets good reviews, that the studio recognizes that and goes, alright, this didn't do well at the box. This didn't do well financially, but people, right now, people just need to, you know, be used to getting good quality spoof movies again. Because there's so many, especially now, with all these franchises that keep popping up, there's so much potential for, like, so many different kinds of spoof movies. We still have not had, like, a proper Lord of the Rings parody. We've still not, like, there's no, like, full-on Marvel parody. I mean, granted, there was a superhero movie back in 2008, but, like, that was coming out, like, right before, like, the big superhero boom, you know, started happening. Like, that mainly was, like, sort of poking fun at the Spider-Man movies, which, if I'm gonna be honest, I think superhero movie was funny, was funny in its own right. But, like, nowadays, you know, but nowadays, it's like, you can really lay it on superhero films. Are you excited about the David Fincher directing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Oh, don't worry, we will get to that, CG speedruns. We will get to that. Liam Neeson said after this movie, he's retiring from these action movies. I'm not exactly sure where he said that, but, like, I at least hope he can still come back for, like, you know, the Naked Gun movies, these spoofs. Unless he dies and, like, his son's gonna take up the mantle, and that would be kind of funny if that just kept happening. But we'll have to see. How are you, Hannah, from the Hannahcast YouTube channel? Oh, my name is Christian, or Chris, whichever one you would go. I just go by the Hannahcast because the Christian cast would really suck as a name. But yeah. So, yeah, I need the Naked Gun to be good. Please let the Naked Gun be good. We need spoof movies to come back. I want spoof movies to come back. But let's see. I guess we could probably start, like, at the top and sort of go down and stuff. Actually, I just realized, would you rather see the CinemaCon news new to old or old to new? And I'm talking about, like, you know, obviously within this week. I'm actually probably gonna put up a poll. Let's see. How do you want to go over the CinemaCon news? Old to new. New to old. Let's see. Do you want to start off with... Yeah, okay, so here's a poll. Do you want to go new to old news or old news to new news? Can we talk about the South Park movie? There's no South Park movie. There's a movie coming out from the creators of South Park, or the very least Trey Parker's directing it, but like, it's not a South Park movie. First look description of Begonia made me hyped. Tom Cruise honored Val Kilmer at CinemaCon today. Rest in peace of Val. What are some of your favorite Val Kilmer roles? Mine are Heat, Tombstone, The Saint, and Batman Forever. To be fair, I have not really seen that many Val Kilmer movies, although I did really like Val Kilmer as Batman. But let's see. Hold on. But I do like. Oh, I meant the movie from the creators of South Park. Yeah, yeah. Like, well, don't worry. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. Even though, to be fair, they didn't really give that much news. All right, seeing as okay, it looks like most people want to go old to new. At least that's how it's looking. Oh. Okay, still 4 votes. It's looking okay. It's probably not gonna change that much. So, we will go old to new. All right, let me just scroll up or scroll down, I should say. Fun at the Freddy's. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm trying to remember, where did all this start? No, God. No, oh no, oh my God. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Oh my God, okay. Well, it looks like I have to scroll all the way back down again. Alright, I watched Top Secret last night, but it's by the people who made Airplane, and has Val playing a rock star, and it's insanely funny. Oh yeah, that's also a spoof movie. Huh. Let's just see. Let's just make sure we can... Oh yeah, there's the Coyote versus Acme. Maybe I could talk a little bit about this. Coyote versus Acme. It's been, saved by Ketchup Entertainment. Like, that's awesome. When this movie comes out, we need to go out and see it, because, like, my God, like, they deserve it at this point. Like, holy shit. Trying to look, what else is going on around here? Oh yeah, there's that news. Let's see. Oh yeah, so here's the, here's Sony. Warner Brothers making another Looney Tunes movie also. Yeah, and don't worry, we'll definitely get to that. But yeah, some of the Sony news. There was a new trailer for 28 Years Later. To be fair, I've actually not seen 28 Days Later or 28 Weeks Later. I've actually not seen those. So, I'm not sure what I can really say about this. Maybe I should try to see them. But yeah, I guess Cillian Murphy is going to be appearing at some point. We'll have to see. Oh, but Beyond the Spider-Verse. My God, I'm really excited for this. And the fact that we actually have a release date. It's coming out June 4th, 2027. Like, my God. I'm so excited for this. Like, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is, like, maybe the best Spider-Man movie ever made. And so I'm really excited that Beyond the Spider-Verse is, like, finally coming out. I'm really hoping it's even better than the last one. I mean, my God. Yeah, apparently they're adding new innovative animation techniques, which I'm really excited for. I'm very interested in this. You know, it says Zach Kreger says his Resident Evil film will focus on one central protagonist going on a point A to B journey, slowly falling into more hellish territory. I'm very interested in this because, like, from what we've been, at least from what's been saying, it's like, we could actually see, like, how do I describe it? Everything that's been said about this film, it sounds like it's going to be a little bit closer to the games, where it's, like, less on, like, action and more on atmosphere. And I really hope we get that, because, like, I mean, granted, yes, I know that there's some, like, action sequences in the Resident Evil games, but in my opinion, Resident Evil is at its best when you're just kind of walking around and trying to avoid monsters. Like, that's why I think, you know, made Resident Evil Biohazard so cool, is that a lot of it had to do with the atmosphere. And so I'm hoping this Resident Evil film can work. And apparently yeah. What else? Oh yeah, this look at Beyond the Spider-Verse. Oh my God, this animation looks so good. I really love this. Like, look at this. This is so beautiful, man. This is so gorgeous to look at. I'm so fascinated by how the Prowler looks in motion, because it probably looks insane. Like, the animation probably looks insane. This one's coming out this year. Kogonada's A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey follows Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell as strangers journeying together through a red door that takes them through the memories. 2027 is way too long between the last film. But to be fair, if this means the animators, you know, get treated a lot better, then I'm willing to wait. Like, we don't want it to be rushed. We don't want it to be rushed. But could Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey be an Oscar player? I'm not exactly sure. And plus, I've never even heard of Kogonada, so I don't really have a reference to bounce off of their filmography. So I'm just not quite sure. First footage of I Know What You Did Last Summer reveals Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character returning in a town hall meeting about another summer serial killer murders. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. I never really saw I Know What You Did Last Summer, but it's not about the animators. They scrapped the previous scripted storyline. I mean, maybe it wasn't that good. Maybe they needed to make this one. Maybe they needed to rework, like, how I describe it. It's like, I'm thinking, like, it's still Phil Lord and Christopher Miller. I'm sure it's still going to be fantastic. I'm sure that their new story is going to be really, really good. Godzilla Minus One director Takashi Yamazaki is moving forward with his first English language film, Grand Gear, at Sony. Admittedly, again, I don't have much to say about this because I don't know anything about Grand Gear. They didn't really specify anything. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, as much as I'll dog on, you know, Godzilla Minus One winning Best Visual Effects, I'll still say it's one of the best Godzilla movies. It's still a fantastic film. I'm not saying it won't be fantastic, it's just the wait time. Again, we gotta be patient. Like I know we live in an era where, like, sequels can come out, like, literally the very next year, but it's like, we can wait. Don't worry, we can wait. But yeah, let's see. Jake Kasdan will return to direct Jumanji 3. Admittedly, I've not even seen the second. Okay, well, technically, this is Jumanji 4, because the new Jumanji movies are sequels. Like, they exist in the same they exist in the same continuity as the first Jumanji, so this would be Jumanji 4. But like, I did not see the last Jumanji. Was it Jumanji the Next Level? I've actually not seen that. So, first poster for Chainsaw Man movie. Huh. I have not seen Chainsaw Man, but if you love Chainsaw Man, this is probably really good news for you. Oh yeah, and this is one of the big ones. Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I'm really interested to see what they do with this next Spider-Man movie. I really hope, you know, I really hope Michelle and Ned aren't big players in it. And the reason why I hope they're not big players in it is because I want that sacrifice that Peter made in Spider-Man No Way Home. I want that to, like, stick. Like, I want that to, like, I want that to stick and be, like, what it is. Like Peter made a sacrifice, and I want him to honor that sacrifice. So, yeah. But we still don't know who the villain is. But I will say, it is directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, and I really hope he's able to bring some of his sensibilities from Shang-Chi into this. So, outside of Fantastic Four, I have very little interest in the MCU of the future. There's some that I'm looking forward to. Once the film was greenlit 4 years, is unheard of wait time for an animated film, and it's mainly because of the story change is my point. I mean, I don't know if it's unheard of. I think that like there's been like longer wait times than this. I mean, I remember there was like a long time I remember there was like a long time to get what was it called? Actually, I don't know if it was I don't know. Wait, I'm not exactly sure if it was Toy Story 4, but still. Moana and Moana 2, yeah, it took a long... Although, to be fair with Moana 2, that was not initially greenlit as a movie. Like, that was... Like, Moana 2 was meant to be a TV series, and from what I've heard from people that have seen the film, that it shows that it was supposed to be a TV series. So, yeah. But I don't know if I really want to count Moana 2, because that was just, like, a mess. This is interesting. All 4 Beatles biopics will release April 2028 in theaters. The first bingeable theatrical experience. I don't know how that's going to work. Now, this is going to be directed by Sam Mendes, and it's going to star... They're all going to star Harris Dickinson as John Lennon, Paul Mescal as Paul McCartney, Barry Keoghan as Ringo Starr, and Joseph Quinn as George Harrison. Like, I don't know how this is gonna work, because, like, Sam Mendes is already a very hit-or-miss director. Like, sometimes he'll make, like, American Beauty in 1917, but then other times he'll make Empire of Light, which is not so great. So, I don't know how to feel about this, and also, the fact that all these are coming out, like, in the same month? Like, how is that gonna be successful at all? Or like, even structurally, that's just so strange. Like, doing first of all, 4 movies, but also just, like, having them all come out in the same month? Aren't they gonna, like, eat each other up? That's, like, wait, are they coming out the same day? It doesn't say anything about the same day. It doesn't say anything about the same day, it just says it's gonna be the same month. It doesn't say anything about the same day, at least not that I'm seeing. Hold on, let me look this up, because I'm not, like, it said nothing about the... It's been widely reported. I'm even looking at Variety right now. All it says is April 2028. I'm not seeing anything regarding the release day. Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking at Variety right now. It says it's unclear whether that means. Wait, here's the official logline. Each man has his own story, but together they are legendary. Mendes promised that the multi-part biopic, officially titled The Beatles, a four-film cinematic event, will be the first bingeable theatrical experience. It's unclear whether that means the movie will be released all at once or one per week over the course of a month. So that's what he said. It said nothing about. He said nothing about them coming out on the same day. But even then, it's still such a weird, it's so weird anyway, because, why would you make, well, for one, it's already kind of weird to do 4 movies for all 4 of these guys, but coming out the same month? What do you think bingeable mean? I mean, yeah, I know what binging is, but however, they still did not say they were coming out the same day. This is going to definitely harm theaters, especially small. I don't know if it's really going to harm theaters. I think it's just going to be kind of weird for this film. Although then again, I guess you could maybe argue, what if people are not really interested in the Beatles and there's 4 Beatles movies taking up so many screens. Maybe, but that's also, I'm wondering if they're trying to sell the idea that, oh, well, these Beatles movies, but it's also are the Beatles really going to make that much money? Because Bohemian Rhapsody made a lot of money, and Elvis made a lot. Oh, well, Elvis didn't make anywhere near as much money as Bohemian Rhapsody did. But I don't know if the Beatles are gonna. I don't know if the maybe it's limited release like Empire of Light. No, I can already tell you they're trying to make this a big event. They're not gonna try and make this a limited release. They're gonna try and make this a big thing. Mendes told the CinemaCon audiences that the plan is to release all 4 Beatles movies on the same day in April 2028. That's not what I'm reading off of Variety. Again, I'll just read what I said. Yeah. The Beatles, Mendes promised that the multi-part biopic, officially titled The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event, will be the first bingeable theatrical experience. It's unclear whether that means the movies will be released all at once or once per week, but over the course of a month. How long ago was the art? Was March 31st. But even then, I don't know. It's nothing is sent. Let's look at what the Hollywood Reporter says. Yeah, I'm not really saying anything. So yeah, nothing has said anything about them being released on the same day. I'm not saying they won't be released on the same day, but what I'm saying is there's currently no proof of that. John Campea also confirmed. I don't know exactly what he said or what I don't, and plus I don't really get my information from John Campea, so I don't really know. Again, I'm just reading it, and it's nothing has really quite said. So, yeah, we'll just move on, because so far nothing has really said anything, so, yeah. But yeah, we'll just move on. 28 years later, let's see. Oh, yeah, there was a new trailer for Karate Kid Legends. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fascinated by this. I am kind of fascinated by this trailer. Because, it's not, too overly jokey. It actually does take itself kind of seriously. And it feels like it is trying to, bring these two worlds together. So I am really fascinated by this. I am kind of fascinated by this film. And I'm not gonna lie, the fighting does look really good. And now I guess this kind of means that Karate Kid remake that Jaden Smith starred in is no longer a remake. It's it's a reboot. No, not a reboot. It's a sequel. But it's like, I think that's what, but like, yeah, that's really what's kind of getting me about this. It's like, there's not a whole lot of jokes. It really is about, like, trying to, like, pay honor to this, like, to this franchise in a way. My biggest question is how are they going to campaign the movies, especially actors for awards? Are they just going to campaign the biggest, most acclaimed one for all 4 categories? Yeah, that's what I'm really wondering with the whole Beatles thing. Because, like, in terms of awards, it's like, how do you begin doing this? Because obviously, voters are not going to, like, even if all 4 of these movies are that acclaimed, they are not going to, like, nominate all 4 Beatles movies. It's like, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm kind of thinking, you know, like, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm thinking those Beatles movies are not really going to be all that great, because it's like, it just feels like it's way too ambitious for its own good. What if all 4 suck? That's a possibility. That might be a possibility. Could you see the film being a box office sleeper in part due to the popularity of Cobra Kai? Maybe. I mean, again, I actually do think the, like, Karate Kid Legends looks good. It actually does look like it's gonna be it does look like it's, like, again, how do I describe it? It's like, it just does kind of feel like it's taking itself seriously. Which, again, when you look at Cobra Kai, it's like, well, it's, you know, it's obviously like a comedic show, but this one, it's taking itself more seriously than I thought it would, which I find very fascinating. What if 3 Stuck in One is a masterpiece? I'm just gonna be confused as hell, because, like, how'd they screw up all the other ones? It's like, I don't know. I get, but then again, it's like, it could also, because, like, there's also the whole thing, it's like, well, would this be a sequel then? Because the Oscars do have a sequel bias. And it's like, I don't really know, I just don't know how they would go about campaigning this for awards. It doesn't make any sense. I guess we know what Century looks like in Thunderbolts now. A 5-minute extended preview of Superman, and which we just got today, which we'll talk about here in a bit. Oh yeah, some stuff about, like, Ballerina, like, showed a whole action sequence of Ana de Armas, who perfectly embodies the action style of the John Wick films, including a one-take sequence. I'm interested in seeing this. Like, this, I mean, good God, Lionsgate, like, poured everything into, it looks like they poured everything in their presentation to John Wick, like announcing so many John Wick shit. It's basically, apparently they drastically reshot it with the main John Wick director. That's what I heard. Oh yeah, apparently they're doing an adaptation of Stephen King's The Long Walk. I don't really know anything about The Long Walk, so I can't really say. Okay, yeah, Billy Ray will write the script for the Hunger Games, Sunrise and the Reaping movie. This might make a lot of money. I mean, good God, people love the Hunger Games. They love the Hunger Games. Oops. Yeah, Luca Guadagnino confirms they're actively working on a new American Psycho movie. I'm fascinated by this, because Luca Guadagnino, like, when he does movies, he always kind of makes them a little bit weird, and it's like, what's gonna be the whole thing about this one? I mean, knowing Luca Guadagnino, it's probably gonna be, you know, homoerotic to some extent. Screen Rant has the Beatles article. It says all 4 on the same day. Okay, but that's one against multiple sources that I've been reading. Like, Discussing Film didn't say anything about one day. Variety didn't say anything about one day. The Hollywood Reporter didn't say anything about one day. I'm just gonna have to say, when it comes to the law of averages, one, it's like 3 against 1. So so yeah. Matthew McConaughey should play Patrick Bateman. I think Matthew McConaughey's too old. I think he's too old to play Patrick Bateman. Like, you gotta think of someone who's like, you know, maybe like late 20s, early 30s. Like Christian Bale was like, hey Google, how old was Christian Bale when he filmed American Psycho?
Bale was just 26 when they began filming
Stop.
the project, which
Yeah, Christian Bale was 26 when he was in American Psycho, which I feel bad because I'm 26. God damn it. But yeah, like this, Matthew McConaughey would be far too old. Wasn't it going to be Austin Butler? I think he was rumored. Austin Butler, I could make, like, well, then, at least age-wise. I don't know about the character, because, like, this character is, like, really hard to play. And also, I don't know what angle Luca Guadagnino is taking American Psycho. He could do literally anything with it. It's going to be funny seeing the amount of dude bros who see the film not realizing it's making fun of them. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they already do that with, like, with the original American Psycho. Because it's like... Because, like, American Psycho is literally making fun of, like, the rich dude bros. And yet some of those dude bros actually see him as, like, a figure to look up to, which is very concerning. It's sort of like why I love Joker. Like, Joker is fantastic. But I don't understand, like, the dude bros who go, oh, I see myself in the Joker. It's like, I'm the Joker. It's like, no, why do you think you're the Joker? That's not good. But, yeah. World of Real has it. It's also at Benjamin, which means same day, bro. Come on. They didn't say anything about, and also World of Real. They're not really as big and reputable as like some of these other sources. I'm just dropping that subject because it's like clear. Like I just don't think nothing from any like the big sources has said anything about the same day. If it was the same day, these sources would have said it. So, anyways, but yeah. John Wick prequel anime movie is in the works. Let's see. Directed by Sharon Tyndall, Kubo and the Two Strings. I'm very, like, alright, I do love Kubo and the Two Strings. Keanu Reeves will return, and it follows John Wick killing all of his rivals in one night to free himself from the high table. I'm very I'm interested in this, like, a John Wick anime movie. I mean, I hope it's like a proper anime film. Or something like that, because I know, you know, Lord of the Rings, the War of the Rohirrim didn't really do all that hot. But yeah. And apparently, this is weird, John Wick 5 is officially happening, the story has been decided. But let's see, John Wick 5, I'm not really so sure about this, because if you've seen John Wick 4, I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why they're doing this. Like I don't know why they're doing a fifth John Wick movie. Because, like, especially what happened in the fourth one, it's like, I don't mind expanding the world, but, like, how in the world is this guy gonna come back? Like, you'd have to pull some superhero shit. I'm just like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Why? I don't know why they're doing a fifth John Wick. So, yeah. John Wick this is what I'm very fascinated by. John Wick prequel, John Wick spin-off, Kane, is moving forward with Donnie Yen set to direct and star. The film will be stylistically modeled like Yen's previous action films. Now, if you know me, I actually really loved John Wick Chapter 4, which is kind of weird because, like, I really liked the first John Wick, but, like, then John Wick 2 and 3, I was like, I mean, they're fine, but I didn't love them. John Wick 4, I don't know what it was, but that film was awesome. I love John Wick 4. And I think it's one of the reasons that, like, because I feel like with the first John Wick, you had such a good plot device for the main hero, which is, you know, he's going after the bad guys that killed his dog that his dying wife gifted him. And it's like, that's such good motivation. And ironically enough, it became such good motivation where it's like nothing else in the other movies could, like, live up to that. It's like, I was like, oh, well, they blew John Wick's house up and now he's back, but it's like, I don't really care about that as much, and it just kind of became, like, just kind of, like, action noise. But then John Wick 4, I think, did something very smart, which was, even though John Wick was the main character, like, like, the side characters were more the stars of the movie. Like, you know, there was Donnie Yen's character. There was this one other, like, female character, I forget her name is. And there was, like, this other dude who had, like, a dog. And he was interesting. It's like all the side characters were, like, so interesting, especially this guy. And I'm really excited to see what they do with these characters. Interview with Lionsgate executive. Interview. Why did you greenlight John Wick 5? Oh, yeah. Why did you greenlight John Wick 5? I like money. It's funny now how if John Wick got stuck in traffic, he probably would have stayed retired, and a lot of people would have lived. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. First trailer for... The first trailer for Good Fortune shown at CinemaCon reveals Keanu Reeves as a budget guardian angel who tries to teach Aziz Ansari's character that wealth doesn't fix problems, but it fails. Okay, that's all right. I'm not really interested, but I don't know. The first teaser for The Hunger Games: The Sunrise of the on the Reaping. All right. Now You See Me 3 is titled Now You See Me, Now You Don't. See, that's the thing. It's like, why didn't they call the second film Now You Don't? The first film should be titled Now You See Me. The second film should be titled Now You Don't. And then, I don't know, like, come up with another name for the third film. It's like, man, like, you could have had, like, yeah. And Now You See Me 4 is in the works. God, how many of these movies can they make? The first trailer for The Housemaid reveals Sydney Sweeney is a live-in housemaid who is tormented by the couple she works for, played by Amanda Seyfried and Brandon Sklenar. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very interested in this. Everything is becoming slop these days. I mean, not everything, but I don't know. I mean, there's probably like a, you know, there's like an audience for everything. Who knows? All right, this is interesting. A sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is in the works at Netflix. David Fincher is set to direct, and Quentin Tarantino has already written the script. Now, this is fascinating. Okay, I gotta find where... Oh, yeah. This Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel is officially happening on Netflix. Focus more on more adventures of Cliff Booth. Quentin Tarantino wrote the script, but decided not to direct. Brad liked it so much that he wanted to pitch it to Fincher. This is going to be like a big Letterboxd favorite. Like, this is going to be a big Letterboxd favorite. Now, granted, I'm not really a big fan of Brad Pitt. I mean, especially given the stuff that Angelina Jolie has accused him of, and it's very alarming. But hey, Hollywood is very misogynistic. So, yeah. But the fact that Quentin Tarantino still wrote the script, but David Fincher's directing it? Like, wow. No, like, because I know Quentin Tarantino's thinking about, you know, retiring from directing movies, but I do hope he at least still writes them, because, like, David Fincher directing a Quentin Tarantino script kind of sounds cool. Lionsgate also announced a movie titled The Power Ballad, and I think it can get an original screenplay nomination. I haven't heard about that. Wait, did I skip over that? Because I don't know. It's probably something I'm not really interested in. But then, oh, nothing. I guess they didn't say anything about it. At least not over here, at least. But like, yeah, this is like, I'm interested in this. I'm very fast. At least no, I've seen conflicting reports as to whether or not like Leo's coming back or maybe he doesn't come back. I don't know for sure. But like, the idea of Quentin Tarantino writing a script and David Fincher directing it is very fascinating. It's just, I wish they could have, but then again, you know, like Brad Pitt's character was like the big standout of the film. So if he does, Leo probably has a small role, probably. Although I do hope it has a little bit more focus than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because I do really like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Although if there's one thing I had to say, it's like, I do wish it had a bit more focus, you know? I wish it did have, Because, like, sometimes it would just, like, meander with, like, the character of Sharon Tate, and she has nothing really to do in the movie. There's nothing really she does in the film. Like, we just see her, like, go into a movie theater and watch a movie and stuff, and it's just kind of like, well, why do we follow? And ultimately, it's like, I mean, yeah, we get it. Like, they're, like, what was it? The murder family, the Manson family. Like, yeah, we see them, and obviously historically they're connected, but like, she doesn't even interact with them. She just appears out of nowhere. So it's like, I don't know. Allowing something he wrote to be a Netflix original goes against everything Tarantino's been saying about the past months about streamers. That's probably why he's not directing it. That's probably the reason why he's not really directing it. So yeah. But again, I'm hoping it's really good, because again, this is definitely going to be like one of Letterboxd's like most anticipated films. Let's see. Well, a Warner Bros. Sizzle reel at CinemaCon of their films include Scorpion and Mortal Kombat 2, saying the catchphrase "Get over here," even though he already said that in the first Mortal Kombat, so I don't know why we're doing it again. Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride, which, you know, is now coming out next year, follows an eccentric Bonnie and Clyde type story that starts with Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster fawning over movie stars in a movie theater. Their monster origins and causing chaos in an already monstrous world. I don't think this is going to be like an Oscar player, especially considering it's coming out in March next year, so it's kind of dead, but still. The Conjuring Last Rites follows the final case of the Warrens, making it the final film in the mainline franchise. Yeah, I doubt that. They're going to squeeze more out of these two. They're going to do that. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, oh my God, like, Final Destination Bloodlines reveals two characters considering different methods of removing the death curse from them, including babies or eating peanuts with a peanut allergy to flatline. Jesus Christ. And Final Destination Bloodlines will include a sequence where one character dies from being sucked into an MRI machine and crushed into it with a wheelchair. Good God, holy shit. Although I will say, they are kind of spoiling a lot of the deaths. Barbarian director Zach Kreger's new horror film Weapons follows a town where an entire classroom of children disappear one night without a trace, starring Alden Ehrenreich, Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, and Benedict Wong. That's fascinating. That sounds pretty creepy. The first 10 minutes of Joseph Kaczynski's F1 was just shown at CinemaCon. I don't think this is going to be a big Oscar thing, even though a lot of people are going to say it is, but who knows. I'm really excited about this. Dynamic duo uses purely puppetry animation with beautiful cinematography in the brief CinemaCon footage shown. Man, I really want to know what this looks like. And this is interesting. New theatrical animated Flintstones, Tom and Jerry, and Looney Tunes movies are officially in the works at Warner Brothers. Yeah, I'm just going to call it right now. They're not going to happen. I am willing to bet Warner Brothers is going to look at these and go, F1 feels like it could be like a soft hit with the 45-65 male crowd and F1 fandom. Probably. I could see that. But man, I am willing to bet these movies are never going to happen, because David Zaslav, like, he hates, like, animation and stuff. So this is probably not going to happen. This is probably not going to happen. So I'll probably just say that. Oh yeah, Val Kilmer passing away. That was really sad. Let's see. Oh wait, okay. So yeah, there was also some. Oh, Joey, hey, how's it going? Zaslav was going to discard those movies so fast. Michael's absolutely not coming out this year, right? No mention of it by Lionsgate in the presentation at all. Yeah, and apparently they're considering splitting into two movies. I don't. Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, I think I may have called it that Michael was not going to be an Oscar player because everything I've been seeing about this film just tells me, no, guys, it's not happening. I mean, obviously, even if it were to come out this year, a 2-parter Michael Jackson biopic, no. Directed by Antoine Fuqua, no. I think I may have called it. I think I may have called it. Nope, this is just not going to be a thing. Let's just forget about it. Nope. Jay Kelly replaced Michael in my predictions. Yeah, I think it is easy to go with Jay Kelly. I could do some acting nominations, some acting categories for Michael. I don't know, because again, keep in mind, if you're not in Best Picture, you're vulnerable. Especially if Michael gets like bad reviews, it might just end up with no nominations. Like there's a good, because the Oscars especially recently have been going with movies that have better reviews and stuff that people like. So I'm probably willing to say that it probably won't happen. Like it might just get no nominations. If Michael has come out this year as one film, it would happen. But if the new news is true, then we can already tuck it in. I mean, even if it were one film, I would still not bet on a Antoine Fuqua movie because none of the movies he makes gets like good reviews, or not good reviews. None of them are like serious Best Picture contenders. And Training Day, I still don't think would have made a Best Picture, would have gotten into Best Picture if there were 10 nominations. Because yeah, Denzel Washington won Best Actor. But when you know what happened during award season that year, where Russell Crowe was sweeping the entire way until he assaulted someone at the BAFTAs, and then which was like right before Oscar voting, and people were like, "Oh, we don't want to give the award to Russell Crowe, so I guess we'll just give it to Denzel Washington because we like him." So that means like even when they were nominating the movies. Training Day was probably not up there because they were not really going into Training Day thinking they were going to be giving Denzel Washington another Oscar. I saw a report that they were going to delay Michael into 2026. I could see Coleman Domingo getting nominated because people like him. I mean, people like a lot of actors, but just because you're liked as an actor doesn't mean you're nominated. Like, look at Leonardo DiCaprio for Killers of the Flower Moon. He's like Oscar darling, but like he didn't get nominated for that. Robert De Niro did not get nominated for Best Actor for The Irishman. Look at other big names like Anthony Hopkins for One Life didn't get nominated for that. It's all about the passion of the film, and I just don't think Michael's gonna have that kind of passion. Like people like Coleman Domingo, but if people don't like Michael, then it doesn't really matter because they're not gonna want to, because that's gonna be like way lower down in their screener piles. Variety and Deadline report that Michael is 4 hours long, so Lionsgate might split it into 2 parts and turn it into event movies like Wicked. I never believed in this film for Oscars before this news. Also reported that the October 3rd release date will most likely not be reached. Having to rewrite and reshoot huge chunks of the film might end up making a mess. Yeah, I think it's over. I think you can tuck in Michael. It just does not sound like an Oscar thing. The film has also gone tens of millions over budget, and a big part of that had to do with the digital nose for Jackson that's expected to be added on during post-production. Wait, they're CGIing his nose? Oh, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be, because here's the thing, a little visual effects knowledge. If they're replacing his nose, they're probably releasing like his upper lip as well. They're probably gonna do a lot of CGI on the face, to be completely honest. And that might not be all that good. I don't know. It could be done very well, but at the same time, it could also end up looking like Superman from Justice League, where they had to replace his upper lip. Because it's weird. There's so many muscles connecting the nose to your lips. So it's like they're probably going to have to replace they're probably going to have to replace his upper lip. With Beatles, I don't see Sony releasing 4 Beatles films at the same time. Yeah, we already went over that. We're old yellowing Michael's Oscars chances. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, everything I've been hearing about Michael, it's like, uh-oh. Could Michael get in picture for the 2027 Oscars? I doubt it. I already doubted it before, but now I'm very certain it's not going to happen. Given how everything we've been hearing about this film. Okay, at least, okay, at the very least, the Nintendo Switch 2, it's like, maybe I could see that, yeah. But this is outrageous. I don't talk about games a whole lot, but what are we doing, people? Mario Kart World? Yeah, we did talk about Warner Brothers. We talked about the Bride and stuff. But like, are you shitting me? Mario Kart World being like costing $80? What is wrong with these people? And the worst part is that it like people are gonna buy it. People are like, they're not gonna put their money where their mouth is, and they're just gonna buy it anyway. Like, this is gonna be the new standard. $80 for Mario Kart? You gotta be kidding me. And you know that means that like Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be like so fucking expensive. Like over $100. This is ridiculous. $80 is relatively in line with inflation. Well, no, here's the thing. No, they're jacking up the prices is what they're doing. All right. It doesn't matter about what they're like, a lot of times, I mean, granted, there's also other things, and, politically, Trump's tariffs are getting in the way of everything. But, like, we're talking about a video game. We're not talking about, like, good, like food or something like that. We're talking about a video game. This does not need to be $80. But again, people are going to buy it anyway. Because, again, people just don't put their money where their mouth is. A studio, like, when it comes to entertainment stuff like this, like, they will find any way to maximize profit, no matter what. The worst part about Nintendo is that they never drop the price of old games. Wait, they don't? Shit, man. Shit. God damn it. So that means you'd literally have to just wait. And, oh my god, the scalpers. The scalpers are probably going to be really bad for this. This is stupid. I can't, like, Mario Kart 80, like, no. Breath of the Wild is still $60. Yo, that game's, like, really old. What? This, oh my god. And again, people are going to buy it anyway. They're going to say, oh, we're not going to buy this. Like, it's too expensive. Like, remember when people were saying, oh, Netflix is increasing the prices. Again, looks like I'm going to be dropping Netflix. Or, oh, Netflix is going to be killing password sharing. Well, I'm not going to be, I'm going to unsubscribe from Netflix. And they didn't. They just kept Netflix because it's like, people never put their money where their mouth is. People are fucking cowards. They're not going, they are going to make sure, like, they are going to buy, everyone's going to buy this, and no one's going to learn their lesson. No one's going to learn their lesson. It's outrageous. Oh yeah, there's South Park Season 27. I have thoughts on Warner Brothers. Should I wait till the end to send it? I mean, we're technically still close to Warner Brothers, so what do you have to say about Warner Brothers? They raise the prices because they know people will meet it. Well, they raise the prices because corporations are greedy and they take advantage of consumers, and consumers are not, like, secure enough, or the very least, consumers are not, again, are just too cowardly to put their money where their mouth is because they want instant gratification, and they don't know how to actually hurt studios where it hurts them. They are resale Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for Switch 2. Both games are going to be $80. God damn it, man. That is just ridiculous. But yeah, what do you have to say about Warner Brothers, AJ, before we move on? I did say that, like, these movies are just not happening. Like, they announced Flintstones, Tom and Jerry, and Looney Tunes movies, but, like, I know for a fact they're not gonna happen. They're not, like, David Zaslav hates animation, especially hates these old characters. Leo's last 5 films all got Best Picture noms, and this being his first film with PTA, pretty much guarantees it getting a nom in my book. Yes, it was a weaker year, but don't look up, he got a Best Picture nomination with a 56 Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, right now, say the we'll have to see. We'll have to see what this movie does. But again, I still stand by that. If this movie does not have good reviews, not a good review. If it doesn't do well at the box office, the Warner Bros. Is gonna abandon it. But still, yeah. Apparently. the people who love Don't Look Up really love that film. But also, let's be fair, we're not like Don't Look Up is not the same kind of movie as One Battle After Another. Because Don't Look Up was a Netflix movie, and it was constantly being pushed by Netflix. Yeah, it didn't make any money, but it's like it was never supposed to because it's Netflix. But this is a big studio theatrical tentpole film, and I'm just saying, if One Battle After Another is not a box office hit, the Warner Brothers is not going to bother campaigning it. And we already know Warner Brothers is already bad at campaigning movies as is. They're already bad at campaigning movies. Like, somehow despite the fact that, despite Dune Part 2 being better than the first film, it got nominated for less Oscars than the first film won. So, like, Warner Brothers, again, and also, don't forget, Warner Brothers just completely shot, Juror Number 2, an easy Best Picture contender in the foot for, no reason. So, Warner Brothers is already bad at campaigning movies as is these days, thanks to David Zaslav. So, if One Battle After Another is a box office flop, I think that just makes things worse for it. So, yeah. People seem to be generally liking How to Train Your Dragon, but again, we don't really... When it comes to, the big film, the big tentpole film reactions, I tend to be a little bit on those, because I'm just like, what's the real reaction gonna be from that? What's the real reaction gonna be? Because I remember there was very positive immediate reactions from the Lion King remake, but then when that movie came out, everyone hated it, so we'll have to see. I don't love how all the How to Train Your Dragon reactions are basically saying it's the exact same as the animated movie. I still have many thoughts on Warner Brothers' previous comment. Yeah, the Academy has shown in the last couple of years to try and catch up with the filmmakers that they've long regarded. That's why I could easily see PTA win Director and Picture. But they didn't catch up with Juror Number 2. Again, it's about campaigning. And again, if One Battle After Another is not campaigned all that well, which, again, with Warner Brothers, it's probably not going to be campaigned well, I don't know. If this film is not a box office success, but even then, Dune Part 2 was a big box office success, and the Academy didn't really care about the film all that much. Clint has already won Best Picture already, though, but I don't think that really matters in the grand scheme of things. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It still could have been nominated. So, I don't know. I'll have to wait. Again, I still have, One Battle After Another in my top 10, but I'm not saying it's locked in. I'm saying it could miss. We'll have to see. A new Friday movie is in the works with Trump supporter and anti-vaxxer Ice Cube set to return. Yeah, not excited for that. We'll talk about Phineas and Ferb here in a bit. Ron Howard's survival thriller Eden will release August 22nd in theaters, starring Jude Law, Vanessa Kirby, Sydney Sweeney, and Ana de Armas. Alright, I'm not really excited for that. And also, Minecraft is not really doing that well with critics. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. One Battle After Another being more mainstream, I think helps the film connect more with a more broader audience. Warner Brothers is due for some Best Picture love. It's been a while. We see it sometimes where a studio is able to pop back into Best Picture. Sure, but at the same time, the Academy doesn't really seem to like the more they seem to be going with the more auteur visions these days. Even with something like Oppenheimer, it was still very much like, oh, this is still like Christopher Nolan stuff. But we'll have to see. I think Minecraft will be this year's Transformers 1. Already that's not off to a good start because Transformers 1 at least got very good reviews. So this is not very encouraging. Who would have guessed that the critics wouldn't be fond of Minecraft? I mean, to be fair, Minecraft also just does not look like a good movie at all. It looks bad. It looks real bad. One Battle After Another is said to be something wild and blend comedy, action, thriller, romance, and drama. Yep, I know. And overflows with car chases, machine gun battles, SWAT teams kicking down doors, and one starts out Leo. Yep, I saw that with the trailer. But again, I just don't know. I'm like, we'll have to see. For me, there are too many undeniables for One Battle After Another. Leo's an Oscar winner. Sean Penn is a two-time Oscar winner. PTA through 11-time, two-time DG nominee. Also. Oscar energy. Again, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I want to move on to something else, though. I'm worried about Rock performances and the Rock's performance in The Smashing Machine. I think he actually will be very good in it. I don't think The Rock is a bad actor by any means. I mean, I don't know. Some of his political statements, like after, like where he said, like, you know, he said that he like talking about like that everything's like woke or like woke culture. Like, I don't know what he means by that. But like, but I do think he will be good in the movie. I think he will be good, but we'll have to see. I still have more on Warner Brothers. Should I wait till the end? Yeah, I'll wait till the end. But yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time right now. The Smashing Machine, I'm sure he actually will be very good. And again, the fact that he's headlining Martin Scorsese's new movie, I think that does mean something about his performance here. I think people will really like his performance. Someone said that after the hunt footage looked very awards friendly. We haven't seen that yet, or we haven't gotten to that part yet, but hot take, I'm more excited for The Smashing Machine than Marty Supreme. Honestly, kind of same. Because I am really excited to see, like, I'm really interested to see if Dwayne Johnson's, like, acting performance. And plus, I am really intrigued by the makeup. Let's see. Universal, let's see. What they oh yeah, Gareth Edwards. No, that's not really news. It's just something he was kind of saying. This is why I like this. Scarlett Johansson says the aim with Jurassic World Rebirth is to bring scares back in the franchise. I think he chose The Rock because his charisma plays well into a gangster. I'm just very fascinated to see, like, because I think what I'm thinking is that Marty saw, you know, The Smashing Machine or a rough cut and was very impressed by Dwayne Johnson and made him want to make that movie. I'm very fascinated by this. But the new trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth revealed the scene from Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park novel where the team attempts to drift through a lagoon in a raft with a T-Rex in tow. I'm very excited for this. I'm so excited for this because I need a good Jurassic Park movie again. And the fact that Gareth Edwards is directing it, I'm so excited because like, I'm very excited for Jurassic World Rebirth. Like, Gareth Edwards, I really love his work on Godzilla, Rogue One, and The Creator. And, you know, I think he's going. Everything that I've been hearing is like, it seems to be a lot more. From what I've been hearing, it's like they're saying it's a lot more grounded and realistic than the other Jurassic Park movies, which I'm really excited for, because like I want this to be more, you know, suspense driven, and it seems like that's where they're not doing like dumb Fast and Furious shit with this. Like, I'm really excited for this. I really am. My God, this looks so cool. The new trailer for The Bad Guys 2 shown at CinemaCon shows the bad girls trying to steal a rocket ship while the bad guys attempt to sabotage their plan to maintain their good image. Oh yeah, this is funny. Live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon 2's in the works. Let's go, everyone. Oh my God, we're doing another How to Train Your Dragon. Oh ho ho. Who's excited for this? Who's excited for another live action DreamWorks remake? Yay! My only thing is Edwards was brought in late to shoot it after a lot of pre-production was done. That is true. It does seem like Gareth Edwards is more director for hire, but again, I'm hoping it's just, even if the story's simple and basic, I just hope it's executed very well. Oh boy, but yeah, oh boy, How to Train Your Dragon 2. I will say this is kind of falling in line with where I think or like how I think they were going to do the live action DreamWorks remakes. They're probably going to do the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy first, and then once that happens, they're going to explore more of the DreamWorks IP. But again, how much can you even do from that? Like, what else? Like, are they going to try to do Prince of Egypt? Are they going to try to make that into a DreamWorks remake? Or are they gonna do Spirit? Does the studio care about Spirit that much? They're not gonna do Shark Tale. Let's hope we don't get Shrek or Madagascar live action. Madagascar, I would absolutely say no, because it just looks way too out there and crazy. Like, there's no way they would do that. Like, not those kind of anthropomorphic animals. No way they would do that. If live action Shrek happens, I might off myself. Oh no! Don't do that! No! God forbid. And it's weird because, again, there's some remakes I could maybe see them doing, like The Road to El Dorado or like Monsters vs. Aliens, but I don't think those movies did very well at the box office. I know Monsters vs. Aliens didn't do well at the box office, but even though you could do a live action remake of that, it's like, they're not going to want to touch that. They're only going to want to touch their big money makers. But How to Train Your Dragon is really the only one that makes sense right now. I mean, well, I guess you could, again, they probably could do Prince of Egypt. If they did Prince of Egypt, I actually would be very fascinated by that, because that is one that probably would translate well to live action. But even with Shrek, it's like, how do you do live action Shrek? Everything's going to basically be CGI anyway, except for like some of the human characters. Live action Wild Robot, that would be like, again, I feel like I don't know if they would do that though. I'm most excited for the Beatles movies. Oh, we already covered that back long ago. I'm very concerned about the Beatles. Oh, a live-action Home would be cursed. Yeah, that really would be cursed. Like, what the fuck? How would they do that? Also, I do want to let you guys know, before I continue on, it seems like we got quite a few viewers here. Yeah, we got 14 viewers right now. But yeah, before I go on, I do want to let you guys know that, where is it? Yeah, that, memberships are open if you want to become a member. We got, like, membership emojis, badges. Any members, like, sound off the emojis in chat, the members-only emojis. You get weekly members-only live streams, and you get members-only videos and stuff. And also, if you can't do that, then maybe consider gifting memberships to people. That could help, and that helps support the channel. I am not a member. Yeah, you are, Easty. Your little username's green. You have a green username. But yeah. They would need to start handing out bleach for free. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, consider becoming a member. Exactly. Or, for anyone out there, if you can gift memberships, that would also be great too. Or if you can't do any of that, then consider, if you see this little button right here, go to ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah, and you could just support me that way, and that would also help out the channel. I want to make this channel work, and especially since, the views haven't been great, any support is welcomed and encouraged. Is that you one of your bots, Christian? Oh, absolutely not. No, they are not one of my bots. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2, let's go. They're doing more live-action DreamWorks remakes. Yippee! Yay! I mean, I'm very fascinated to see how the critics... If the critics like How to Train Your Dragon 2, then, oh, they're definitely going to be encouraged to make more of these. Nobody 2 is a vacation sequel that follows Hutch and his family's vacation as Hutch slowly slips back into his old action habits throughout the trip. Huh. Alright. That's interesting. Let's see. Ooh, Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme follows the richest man in Europe who is constantly involved in assassination attempts. Starring Michael Cera, Benicio del Toro, Mia Freepleton, Tom Hanks, Bryan Cranston, Riz Ahmed, Jeffrey Wright, Scarlett Johansson, and Benedict Cumberbatch. One thing I will note is that, at least from this, it sounds like there's more of a plot. And I am looking out for this film, The Phoenician Scheme, because if this does have a more clear plot than the last film, or like his last films, then maybe it could be an Oscar contender, who knows? Then we have Begonia. It reveals Emma Stone as a CEO who was kidnapped by a conspiracy theorist played by Jesse Plemons. Right now I have this at number 1 for Best Picture in my Oscar predictions, even though I don't think it's going to win Best Picture, but it's the best one I got right now. But I could see a narrative shaping up for Begonia. I could see like a lot of text coming its way, Yorgo Lanthimos being considered overdue. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Then there's stuff about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Yeah, there's like a trailer and stuff. My God. Again, if you saw my Five Nights at Freddy's... Oh, I'm sorry, Corey. For some reason, I'm seeing... I'm looking at your message held for review. I'm trying to approve it, but like it's not letting me do anything about it. That's weird. But going into my top 5 most anticipated films of the year, this could be the first contender break, though, since the Grand Budapest Hotel, maybe, or like contender breakthrough, maybe. The first teaser for The Black Phone 2 reveals the film is set at a winter camp with the phone conversations now happening in a telephone box. Ethan Hawke's character also skates across ice to kill in one scene. All right. Yeah, Toy Freddy, whatever. God, this movie looks... oh my God. Megan 2.0 follows Megan, who is hired by the military to stop another android who's killing all of her creators. She also skydives off a mountain while performing some sort of heist. He's been on a slight decline since Grand Budapest Hotel, so I hope it's good. I mean, he did just win an Oscar for The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, which, granted, that's not like a full-length feature film, but I actually really, really liked... The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. I really liked it. Steven Spielberg's new UFO film is described as a return to form to his iconic sci-fi films with the major twist. Starring Emily Blunt, Wyatt Russell, Colman Domingo, Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, and Josh O'Connor. What the fuck is that plot description for Megan 2.0? Yeah, I don't know. I've actually never seen the first Megan, so I can't speak much to it. This one's interesting because when... Like, I don't know, in terms of Oscar predictions, I don't know how to go about this film. Because, on one hand, when Steven Spielberg does, like, Oscar bait movies, they always get in. Like, without doubt. Like, ever since Munich, his Oscar bait films always get in. But his spectacle films don't really. Like, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the BFG, Ready Player One. But... if this is going back to form with his old sci-fi films, I don't know if this means like he's going to focus less on spectacle and just more on like prestige filmmaking, but in a sci-fi setting. Like, is it going to be like Arrival, or is it going to be like his typical blockbuster stuff? So I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm willing to say that it's going to be really good, but I do kind of hope this is more of that, like, this is like a prestige like sci-fi film. Oh yeah, Wicked for Good is coming, but I want to see the damn trailer. Yeah, Cynthia Erivo. Oh wait, let's see. The first teaser for Wicked for Good shows Glinda and Elphaba reuniting, with Elphaba starting her campaign to expose the wizard. Snippets of the original storyline for The Wizard of Oz intersecting the reunion scene of Glinda and Elphaba in Wicked for Good. Elphaba, I know you're here. Just come out before the monkeys spot you, says Glinda. This is between us, the wizard and I. The wizard and I. A lot of sci-fi greatness next year for Spielberg, Project Hail Mary, and Dune Messiah. And don't forget fantasy with The Odyssey. Ooh, I'm so excited for The Odyssey. God, The Odyssey is going to be so good. Hearing the details on the trailer, damn, I think people are underestimating it, and that Zoe is doing nothing for her career. Sorry. What? Oh, that's Zoe Wynn. I'm dreading Dune Messiah. Oh, no, I'm very excited for Dune Messiah, because I believe in Denis Villeneuve. Man, think about it. We're getting 2 amounts of peak next year. We're getting, like, 2, amounts of peak. We're getting The Odyssey and Dune Messiah. Good God, we are eating next year. We are going to eat. Our bellies are going to be full. They're going to expand. We're going to be, like big belly fetish. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I'm only watching it for Anya Taylor-Joy. No, Minecraft movie is peak. Chicken Jockey. Okay, that is true. I mean, Chicken Jockey. I mean, that's like the greatest line ever. I mean, Zoe appeared at CinemaCon. I'm still mad about that win. I mean, she did blackface in this this trash film. I don't want to speak on the blackface aspect because I mean, because that was like long ago. But I don't know. I'm still not really enthusiastic of Zoe Saldana winning Best Supporting Actress, mainly because apparently she's a Zionist, so that's not very good. But yeah, If the Odyssey is PG-13, I could see it being a nuclear bomb at the box office, putting up like 1 to 1.5 billion dollars. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's gonna only make 1.5 billion. Man, what a box office disappointment for the Odyssey. Yeah, that's a shame because like no one ever goes to see Christopher Nolan movies. That's really I kind of Snow White knew Snow White would be bad because of Gal. I saw it. Not only could she not act, but she could not even stay still standing. I could see the Oscar making about $7. Oh yeah. There was a lot of Gal Gadot stuff, but still. But yeah, from what I've been hearing, it's like we've still not gotten a trailer for Wicked for Good because the visual effects are just not finished enough to show, which, hey, fair enough. But again, I just don't know. I've just heard from so many people that say that the second act of Wicked is just not that good. So I just don't know. If of all the Amazon MGM titles out next year, like Project Hail Mary. Oh, and don't worry, we will get to those. That's going to come up here in a bit in this stream. I feel like the visual effects thing is an excuse. No, I can't. No, trust me. Visual effects artists will actually tell you that when you see like movie trailers for like big visual effects blockbusters, the visual effects shots you see in the trailer are really the only ones that are like that. They're like the only shots that are kind of close to being finished. I mean, they're still not finished, but they're the only ones close enough to being finished. So like, it's not about like what the studio is saying. It's like visual effects artists will tell you that when trailers come out for big visual effects films, what you see in the trailer is probably the most that's been sort of completed. I mean, I hope Lucy Liu's Rose Me makes it in time for the award reason. No distribution at the moment. I've never heard of that. It seems films have a problem with color saturation being dark or gray. I don't know what it is. Maybe I think it's probably just a rushed thing. Like it's probably like studios, because like that takes more time and money, and studios are probably like, no, we got like no, don't do that. But then again, I don't know. Yeah, now we get to MGM. Now we get to the MGM stuff. Project Hail Mary. The first trailer for Phil Lord and Chris Miller's Project Hail Mary shows Ryan Gosling as a biology teacher who must travel through space after the sun begins to erode. Project Hail Mary will include a friendship between Ryan Gosling's character and an ET-type lovable alien named Rocky. Well, the MGM line is so cute. Yeah, a little cutie lion. Roar nuzzles. I don't fucking ew. But still. I don't know if it's too, like, crazy for me to say, but I'm genuinely wondering if, like, Project Hail Mary is going to be, like, an actual Oscar contender. Considering, like, how good Phil Lord and Chris Miller's, like, track record is with movies, I'm actually kind of wondering if this is going to be a Best Picture contender. I don't know. Is this kind of crazy for me to say? Film shot in digital are typically shit in a flat profile that makes it easier to color. Oh, shot in a flat profile that makes it easier to color grade, but most studios suck at color grading. I've heard people say both films look like they could be Oscar players, but I'm confused why Amazon is putting Project Hail Mary in March. Lord and Miller are awesome directors and deserve a better date, in my opinion. Do you know when Project Hail Mary is coming out? I'm not exactly sure. Let me look. Project Hail Mary. Oh wait, the film. March 20th, 2026. That is like okay. I will say as long as it doesn't get like Interstellar reviews, like if it's like one of the most acclaimed movies of the year, then yeah, it could probably survive that, like being released that early, but it needs to be like 90% or more on Rotten Tomatoes, and like maybe like at 8 point something on Letterboxd, like over an 8 on Letterboxd. No, not Letterboxd, on Metacritic. Could it maybe be pushed closer to award season? Maybe, but I don't know. They're probably going to stick with that release date. They're probably using it as more of a box office play rather than an Oscars player. We'll see. But like knowing how good of a track record Phil Lord and Chris Miller have. Like, everything about this just is kind of making me think that maybe it could be an Oscar contender. I hope Cameron Diaz gets a big, deep role and gets recognized for an Oscar. She was close to getting nominated with Being John Malkovich. Oh, okay. Cameron Diaz is a very good actress, so I wouldn't mind. The new Thomas Crown Affair movie will release in 2026 in theaters, directed by and starring Michael B. Jordan. The story follows a rich playboy who enjoys stealing art for a hobby, but meets his match in an insurance investigator who quickly fall for each other. All right, yeah. Anne Hathaway, Josh Harnett, and Drew Barrymore. I mean, if she ever gets an award recognition, maybe for producing. Maybe, but I don't think she does anything to she doesn't really even produce that many movies, so, like, so yeah, let's see. Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt follows the fallout of a scandal involving an Ivy League teacher. The first teaser for Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt includes Julia Roberts as a teacher who must investigate the fallout of a scandal where Ayo Edebiri's character is sexually assaulted by Andrew Garfield's character. I'm interested in this because, like, I don't, like, is this going to be, like, too dark for the Oscars? Like, I don't know. Because I don't think many of these kind of movies about, like, sexual assault get, like, Best Picture nominations. And usually when they do, it's usually, like, I don't know. I wonder who's your pick for Best Actress this year. Is it Julia Roberts? I don't know, honestly. Like, I have no idea. I have not gone into making that prediction video yet. But, like, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't sound weird like Luca Guadagnino's other movies, but I don't know. Could this be just too heavy? I have no idea. I don't know. Challengers isn't weird, but it's not weird, but it's also like Gen Z horny movie that the Academy clearly was not really a fan of, considering it didn't get any nominations, not even score. But you know what I mean? Like, aside from Call Me By Your Name, Luca Guadagnino just does not really make movies that resonate to Oscar voters all that well. He's more, in a sense, he's more just like, he's like purely either like a commercial player or just purely like art house player. Could Challengers have one score if it got in? Probably not. Probably not. It probably still would have been The Brutalist because, like, especially when you look in recent years, it's like the Oscars typically still go for more Best Picture adjacent films. Like Best Picture nominated films. I mean, yeah, Soul didn't win. No, Soul was not in Best Picture, but still, when you look at most other years, like with, The Brutalist, what was it? Oppenheimer, All Quiet on the Western Front, Dune, what was it? Joker, Black Panther, what was it? The Shape of Water, La La Land, a lot of those movies, like, you basically kind of need to be in Best Picture in order to win score. So, Challengers was in the top 15 for Best Picture, in my opinion. I don't think so. Considering it got no nominations, it's like, I don't think they cared for it all that much. When is After the Hunt coming out? It says October 10th, 2025. Oh, you guys already said that. Honestly, if there was a 10-year, if there was 10 that year, might have gotten in. Soul might have gotten in. No, I don't think Soul would have gotten in. Because the fact of the matter is, Soul didn't get screenplay nominations anywhere. At least Inside Out was getting nominated for original screenplay. But Soul, it was kind of just an animated feature, sound, and score contender. So, like, even if there were 10 nominees, I don't think Soul would have gotten in. I think, looking at what was, like, contending, well, for one, I think, definitely, like, if there were 10 nominees, I think... If there were 10 nominees, like, I think the ninth nominee would have been another round, considering it got a Best Director nomination, and especially in recent years, ever since they've like expanded Best Picture and like locking it down to 10, when you get nominated for Best Director, you get nominated for Picture. Like even Jonathan Glazer, which everyone was saying, oh, he's going to get nominated for Director, but the Zone of Interest is not going to get in Picture. Ultimately, it's like, well, yeah, no, both Zone of Interest and Jonathan Glazer got in. I think another round would have been nominated for Best Picture if there were 10 nominees that year. Like, it still had Director, and it was winning International Film. It's not the craziest package that it could have gotten, because, like, at least it's less crazy than I'm Still Here. Truman Show director got nominated, but the movie wasn't nominated for Picture. But that's because there were 5 nominees. If there were 10 nominees, The Truman Show would have absolutely gotten into Best Picture. Like, but like, when you look at the nomination haul it had above the line, it's like, oh yeah, Truman Show would have been an undeniable Best Picture nominee if there were 10 nominees. Whereas Soul, it's just kind of hard to see that. And also, I think if there were a 10th nominee, I would still go with Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, because it still got a big nomination haul as is. It just seems like it didn't really get, you know, like, it just wasn't able to squeeze into eight films. Do you think Greta Gerwig could have fought for director against Nolan if she didn't get snubbed? No, absolutely not. Like, especially, again, looking at how the Academy treated Barbie as a whole, they literally only gave Barbie Best Original Song. Not even costume design or production design, which everyone thought it would have been sweeping. So, like, no, I feel like, you know, I feel like ultimately the Academy was just not really, like even then, I don't think Greta Gerwig would have been number 2. I think clearly, like, Yorgos Lanthimos would have been number 2 for director. And, like, Christopher Nolan, he was just, even against Critics' Choice, even during the Critics' Choice Awards, where it was a Barbenheimer, like, festival over there. Like, they loved Barbie and Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan still won director in a landslide. Like, Christopher Nolan was, like, so locked in to win director, no one was going to come close to beating him. Barbie was mega dead by the Oscars time. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, like the Oscars, and again, I don't agree with them for this, but it's just like at the end of the day, they just thought it was just a commercial thing. It was like, oh, it's just a big commercial toy film, even though it's more than that. But like, that's just kind of I think that's just why it didn't really win as much. I just noticed you cut your hair. Did you do it yourself? Yes, because I can't afford going to a barber, so I was like, might as well do it to myself. Could the Dog Stars be an awards contender? What's the Dog Stars? I have no idea what that is. I do think people will remember Emilia Perez Oscar nomination for all the wrong reasons, probably. Oppenheimer was always going to dominate, especially after Oppenheimer was as acclaimed as it was, along with how well it did at the box office. Yeah, Matt Neglia put it best. Oppenheimer, it checked off 3 boxes for an awards contender that we never see these days. Critics, industry, like, it hit well with the critics, it hit well with the industry, and it hit well with the box office. We have not seen anything like that since Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Nothing like that. So yeah. Dog Stars is a Ridley Scott pandemic film. Oh, well, I'm not going to predict it. Not Ridley Scott. Absolutely not. I do not trust Ridley Scott to make a Best Picture film. He is so hit or miss these days. Like, or not even these days, he's always been very hit or miss. He only has 3 Best Picture contending films under his belt, and he makes a lot of movies. He makes a lot. It'd be one thing if he just didn't make a lot of movies at all, but like, he makes a lot of movies, almost 1 movie per year. And I'm done, especially with like Gladiator 2. Like, people were trying to convince me, oh, Gladiator 2 is going to happen. Now I'm just like, nope. Do not bet on Ridley Scott unless you are proven wrong. Unless I am proven. Like, I will not predict a Ridley Scott film for Best Picture unless it is proven to me that, oh, it can actually be a real thing. Nope. Hell, Gladiator 2 literally only got 1 Oscar nomination for costume design. It didn't even get as many nominations as Napoleon did. So no, I do not. I refuse to predict a Ridley Scott film for Best Picture. Absolutely not. Oppenheimer's a juggernaut only Nolan himself could do again. That is true. Probably Denis also. But then again, I don't like maybe Denis Villeneuve, maybe in the future, maybe. If he goes like the Christopher Nolan route where he's like, all right, now that I'm done with Dune, I can make whatever I want and with as much big spectacle. Maybe so, maybe that. But like Christopher Nolan, yeah, I think like, I know people were saying, oh, with Oppenheimer's success, that shows that big budget movies popular movies can win Best Picture again. But I'm like, guys, I think this is probably a fluke because it's Christopher Nolan. No director like him, like no director is making movies like him these days. Like even when directors are given a chance to make a movie like that big, the fact of the matter is, like, Christopher Nolan knows how to engage audiences that well, so... it could still get at least one nomination since the past two Scott films have. I mean, sure, like, maybe, like, one nomination for Dog Stars, depending on what it is, but in terms of Best Picture, absolutely not. I refuse to predict a Ridley Scott movie for Best Picture. Nope. Oppenheimer was an art house film made for $100 million. Yeah. One thing Denis does better than Nolan is portrayals of female characters in his films. That's a bit of a debate. Like, we'll see. Steven Spielberg hasn't had a hit in a while. Yeah, Steven Spielberg, I mean, obviously when he does, like, an Oscar bait film, it does very well with, like, nominations and stuff, but people don't really go to see his movies anymore. So I would agree with that. But yeah, let's continue. Mercy follows Chris Pratt as a man trapped on a chair who must prove to an AI courtroom in 90 minutes that he didn't murder his wife. I'm not gonna lie, Grant, I don't know. I mean, the fact that they're casting Chris Pratt in this is like, what? But this is actually, in terms of just a pure... Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a very interesting premise for a film. This is a very interesting premise for a film. Actually, wait. Who's directing this film? Mercy, Chris Pratt. Who's directing this film? Oh, never mind. Dang. This is a great premise, but oh no, this is not. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Oh wait, okay, no, he is executive producer of that. Oh yeah, he didn't direct Searching, so he didn't even do that. Out of the movies that he's directed, all right, out of the movies that he's directed, V2 Escape from Hell, I don't know what that is. Profile, looks like it got mixed reviews. Ben-Hur, people fucking hated that. Oh, wow. Snow Queen 2, what? What? Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, people hated that film. So yeah, man, and literally the only film that he's done that people really liked was Wanted. So yeah, this is not gonna do well. And again, it's sad because like Mercy sounds like a great idea for a movie, but like given the director, I have doubts. Chris Pratt has been an interesting person, but Zachary Levi wishes he had Chris Pratt box office numbers. Yeah, Zachary Levi is washed. The premise is cool, but some people said it looked like straight to streaming film based on the footage. People loved Lincoln killing vampires. I mean, apparently not, because the critics and audiences did not really care about the film all that much. Three Bags Full, of sheep detective story, follows a flock of sheep who must solve the brutal murder of their shepherd, played by Hugh Jackman. Huh. The Daniels movies were never nominated for Oscars before Everything Ever All at Once. Mercy could still happen. Yeah, but at least people liked the Daniels' movies. Like, even like, you know, what was it? Swiss Army Man. Like, people generally liked that film, and the people that liked Swiss Army Man really, really loved it. But like, this guy, the guy who's directing Mercy, he's only had one film that people liked, and that was Wanted, and all the other films, he doesn't direct a lot of movies, and what movies he does direct, people don't really like all that much. So I'm gonna, does Sean Baker have more Oscars than the Daniels, or tied with them? Well, the Daniels, I mean, like, okay, well, I mean, if we're talking about between the two, like between all of them, it's like, okay, well, technically there's more Oscars with the Daniels because there's two of them, and 3 times 2 is 6. But individually, it's like Sean Baker has 4 Oscars, whereas each individual Daniel has 3 Oscars. So and it would be more accurate to say that Sean Baker has more Oscars than the individual Daniels. But I don't know. My most anticipated out of all of them is Bring Her Back. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Crime 101 will be a new crime thriller starring Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo, and Barry Keoghan. The thriller follows jewel thefts. I think they follows jewel thieves going around the Pacific coast while a detective zeroes in on a thief looking for a final score. How do you think Honora will hold up? I mean, people are gonna love it, but I'm gonna still not like it. Is God Is follows twins who go on an odyssey-fueled journey to fulfill the wish made by their dying mother, kill their father, starring Kara Young and Mallory Johnston as the twins and Sterling K. Brown as their evil father. Alright. Mahershala Ali will star as an assassin dealing with loneliness in Bassam Tariq's new innovatively made action film, Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother, but it doesn't say how innovative it is, so... 4 Beatles, does that mean all 4 actors campaigning for lead? A mess. I have no idea what they're doing. Yeah. Amy Pascal and David Heyman are starting to work on the next James Bond movie. The footage of the live-action Masters of the Universe movie shown at CinemaCon features all the He-Man characters in their iconic costumes. Jared Leto appeared as Skeletor, though only as a hooded figure with no face. Alright. Unless someone writes, directs, shoots, or scores, edits, and produces, their film, no one is beating the 4 Oscars thing. There would have to be like a lot going on. Look up Bring Her Back and give me your honest opinion. I'll probably do that later because there's still a lot of news to go over. I Play Rocky is moving forward to Amazon MGM. It follows a young Sylvester Stallone and the dramatic journey it took to get Rocky made. Peter Farrelly is set to direct. Peter Farrelly is directing. Oh no. Peter Farrelly is directing. Wee woo. I know film Twitter is going to absolutely hate that. They're going to hate the fact that Peter Farrelly is directing this. I will say this is kind of a weird movie to make, especially considering, Amazon MGM owns Rocky. So I'm just like, and there's a trailer for Phineas and Ferb. Thunderbolts. This is a really interesting, let's see. Paramount. Let's see what Paramount's. Oh yeah, we already talked about the Naked Gun. I'm really excited for the Naked Gun sequel because it's not a reboot; it's a sequel. This looks really funny. If you want to know my thoughts, look at the beginning of this video or the beginning of this stream. And like I said, guys, if you want to support the channel, like I said, I would recommend becoming a member. You can become a member of the channel, a channel member. All you have to do is just go here. Where it says show your support for the Hannahcast, and you have a few options: super stickers, super chat, membership, or membership gifting, or hell, like if you want to, if you have, if you want to gift memberships to people, you could do that too. So consider gifting memberships to people, or if you just want to become a member yourself, you could do that too. And also, if you don't want to become a member, you could still tip through the Ko-Fi link over here. So yeah, consider supporting the channel. And, because it really helps a lot. It really helps keep the lights on, all that cool stuff. So, yeah, everyone. Yeah, Paw Patrol, releasing 4 Paw Patrol origin movies. Paramount CEO teases that the discourse around Trey Parker and Matt Stone's new musical comedy will be extremely loud. I'm very interested in that. The first trailer for Edgar Wright's Running Man shows Glenn Powell brought into a game show where he is hunted by assassins. It also reveals Coleman Domingo as the crazy game show host and Michael Cera appearing. All right. The animated film, the animated Avatar The Last Airbender movie is called The Legend of Aang The Last Airbender, starring Eric Nam, Dave Bautista, and Steven Yeun. Mark Hamill on voicing the Flying Dutchman in SpongeBob SquarePants, The Search for SquarePants. I did such a good job in one episode of Season 5 of SpongeBob that they finally asked me back. If I've done a good job, every kid in America will soon hate me. SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie The Search for SquarePants follows SpongeBob as he sets out to prove his bravery by following the Flying Dutchman into the underworld. SpongeBob is revealed to be a fan of Snoop Dogg's songs in SpongeBob SquarePants: The Search for SquarePants. Okay, I was interested, but then this happened. It's like, what is he just like? Oh, I love Snoop Dogg. Nah. It's like why Snoop Dogg? We can't see the screen. Oh, oopsies. Oopsies. But yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't like. Didn't SpongeBob already did? Didn't SpongeBob already did on SpongeBob on the Run? I have no idea. They did that in the third film. Oh, I don't remember that. But I don't know. We'll have to see. Although the Snoop Dogg thing certainly doesn't age well, considering Snoop Dogg performed at Trump's inauguration. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You hypocrite! You said you hated the man. Ugh. First trailer for Roof Man follows Channing Tatum as a polite thief who robbed 60 McDonald's and lives in a Toys R Us after escaping from prison. Also starring Kirsten Dunst, Peter Dinklage, and Lakeith Stanfield. All right. Tom Cruise raves about his excitement for seeing Joseph Kosinski's F1. Brad Pitt's a good driver. I've raced with him before. That's not anything to do with the movie. The new trailer for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning shows a number of new water-themed stunts from Tom Cruise, plus first looks at Nick Offerman and Tromel Tillman in the film. I'm interested in this. This looks pretty cool. Exclusive behind-the-scenes photos of The Surfer, starring Nicolas Cage. All right. This is funny. Development on the live-action Tangled movie has been stopped indefinitely. Apparently, it was due to the box office bombing of Snow White, which makes me wonder, is Disney actually going to stop doing live-action remakes? We'll have to see. I think maybe like Lilo and Stitch will be like that. That will be them going, "Oh, we fucked up." Or if Lilo and Stitch flops, this might be the end of the Disney remakes. Oh, I was excited for the Tangled live action remake. I would have been a little bit indifferent. I don't know, because I'm not really like the biggest fan of Tangled, and I don't know what potential there is really for that. I just realized. No, I just realized they're still doing the Moana film. If Moana bombs at the box office, then I think that will be the end of the Disney remakes. If Moana flops, that will be the end. I love what Tom Cruise said about his late friend Val Kilmer. Yeah, that was really nice. The problem with Snow White was Gal and the Peter comments on dwarf casting. I mean, I don't know if it was like Peter Dinklage's comments that was the problem. And granted, I've not seen Snow White yet, but I mean, Gal Gadot, I've heard, is like nothing but awful in the film. And also just the idea of casting, of just having the dwarves be CG is like just sounds very strange to me. Imagine if they ever did a Raya live action. Yeah, that would be. I don't think they would even do that because, like, Raya, like, they literally just dumped that onto Disney Plus. So, Let's see. Oh yeah, they showed a new teaser for Superman, which I really liked that new look at Superman. It gave us a little bit more of like what the tone of the film was going to be, and I'm very hopeful. I'm very hopeful for this. This looks really, really cool. New peek at Jeremy Allen White as Bruce Springsteen and Deliver Me From Nowhere. I am still saying that this film is going to be an Oscar player. Like, I was like, no, Michael's not going to be the music biopic Oscar player. It's going to be Deliver Me From Nowhere. This one I feel like might have the best chance of being like a big Oscar player. I understand why they blame him. Disney has agency. They still could have casted dwarves. It's not his fault. Like, Peter Dinklage had nothing to do with Snow White. The recent test screenings of Superman is said to be very crypto heavy. I'm not concerned about crypto being too featured, but the rest of the story has to be good. Yeah, to be fair, I don't really trust test screenings of like big superhero films because those are the ones where it's like everyone's already anticipating those. Like when it comes to like awards players, then all right, I'm willing to look a little bit closer to those. But however, like when it comes to like the big superhero stuff, it's like you don't know where those are the ones where it's like definitely misinformation can get spread because they're just really big and popular. It's being described as just another week in the life of Superman. Lex is to be pure evil, though. I just hope it's not as generic as a simple Superman story. I want it to be special. I trust James. I think it will be special. We'll see. First look at James L. Brooks' new film, Ella McKay. Starring Emma Mackey, Jamie Lee Curtis, Adebri, Rebecca Hall, Spike Fern, and Woody Harrelson, September 19th. All right. The first trailer for The Roses shows Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman as a couple who is slowly breaking apart and begin intense divorce proceedings. All right. Is this another biopic? Which one? Are you talking about like the Jeremy Allen White one? Yeah, that like Deliver Me From Nowhere is a Bruce Springsteen biopic. Rose is a non-Oscars player. Yeah, I saw like the poster for the film. It's like, oh, that it looks like a comedy. It looks like goofy. Thunderbolts. All right. It sees Red Guardian and Bucky bonding over their past before bursting the van through Val's watchtower, showcasing a full action sequence with the Thunderbolts. I'm thinking this is going to be pretty cool. I think I'm going to like the Thunderbolts maybe. I was initially not really excited for it, but the more I'm thinking about it, it's like, all right, as long as the action's like very good and easy to see, I might be able to like it. Is Life of Chuck an awards player or is it just a summer release? I think it will be an awards player. Ava Brandy says, I just think a 53, 54-year-old deserves a win before a 45-year-old. Sorry for not trying to be mean. I don't really care how old someone is. I don't really care about the narrative. All I care about is, are they the best in that category? You know, I genuinely just do not, I only want to look, I just want to look at, you know, obviously as long as, you know, they're not, as long as that person's, you know, not really problematic or anything like that. Like, I'm not going to nominate Mel Gibson for anything or something like that. But that aside, you know, I don't really care if it's like, oh, this person's overdue for an Oscar. It's like, no, I just want the best to win. I only want the best to win. If you're not the best, then you shouldn't be winning. But again, Tony McNamara writing has me intrigued in it. Maybe, but I'll have to see. The Thunderbolts CinemaCon footage confirms Bucky lasts less than half a term as a congressman. Oh, that's like, you know, that's the most unrealistic thing. Like, but I don't know. I was trying to make a joke for that, but I don't know. Kevin Feige says that Avengers Doomsday will focus on the Avengers, Wakandans, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, and original X-Men all fighting Doctor Doom. That's going to be interesting to... That's going to be interesting. Sue Storm is pregnant in the Fantastic Four. Ooh. The new trailer for the Fantastic Four reveals the Fantastic Four is having to calm the public of the impending doom that Galactus brings. How do you feel about people thinking Jack Black can get in the Oscars for Minecraft? Oh, it can absolutely happen. Everyone knows Minecraft is going to be peak cinema. When Martin Scorsese said the word cinema, he meant Minecraft. Jack Black is getting an Oscar nomination. Minecraft will also win Best Picture. Absolutely, absolutely. I want Luca to win an award. He's a hard worker. I mean, but the thing is, everyone works hard when making movies. Like, even when I don't like a movie, it's like they still worked hard. Like, I really don't like Anora, but I think Anora is very bad. But I can still tell that everyone worked hard on it. But it's like I don't really. Again, I just don't care about about narrative. Like, if you're not the best, you just shouldn't be winning. I feel like, if you're not going to award something based on merit, again, aside from, like, any other, like, external things like controversies and stuff, like outside of controversies, it's like, if you're not gonna give the award to the best and you're only focusing on the narrative, then I feel like you're not taking the award seriously. Waiting for the Yorgo win. We'll see. It'll be funny if they kill off the OG X-Men early in the film. That would be kind of funny. They showed the first look at Silver Surfer. Kevin Feige confirms that the full cast of Avengers Doomsday hasn't been revealed yet. Ke Huy Quan. He reveals the film follows Gary the Snake, who causes chaos in Zootopia, and the duo have to chase him down. All right. Are in partner therapy. Nick and Judy are in partner therapy for Zootopia 2. Yeah, I know. You know Tumblr's gonna go crazy for this. They're gonna go crazy. Avatar Fire and Ash. Ooh, wait, that's the new logo for Avatar Fire and Ash. They're ditching the blue. Are they a couple? No, I don't think. I think it's like a joke. It's like a joke on couples therapy, but I think it's because they're partners and they're police partners, and it's like, oh, it's kind of like couples therapy because it's romance, but they're not really romantic. Tee-hee. I think it's that kind of joke. James Cameron says the Ash people are the main adversaries of Avatar Fire and Ash alongside the humans. They are former Na'vi filled with rage. Avatar 3, I mean, let's see if Zoe's Oscar win does nothing. She's... I don't want to get too much into that. The first footage from Avatar Fire and Ash shows the kids meeting the wind traders who travel through the air. They are then attacked by the Ash people who live around volcanoes. Alright. Oh, yeah, here we go. Tumblr is going to go crazy for this. They're going to go absolutely insane for these outfits. So yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I guess that's all the news. Payakan will return in Avatar Fire and Ash. Okay. Still, out of all these, I'm actually so excited for the Naked Gun. That Naked Gun trailer was so funny. Like, my God. Like, if they can actually pull it off and, like, make a really good spoof movie, then, oh my God, I want this subgenre of comedy to come back. Because when you make a good spoof movie, it could be some of the funniest comedy out there. I really want this to be like a return to form for spoof movies. Judy Hopps' lover is going to go crazy for this news. Oh, I have no idea who that is, but I'm worried that I might find out. Oh no. Although I wonder if Judy is going to tell Nick about some news that she has and that she's gonna do something, if you get the reference. Teehee. Spoof movie, didn't we had that with Austin Powers or Scary Movies or even White Chicks? Well, White Chicks isn't really a spoof movie. Like, Austin Powers, okay, yeah, that's a little bit of a spoof of James Bond. White Chicks was not really spoofing any kind of movies. It was more of like a social satire. But like spoof movies are really more so like when a comedy movie is like making fun of another movie, like Young Frankenstein or Airplane. Scary Movie and Austin Powers, yeah, those would be considered spoof movies. But there's also Robin Hood Men in Tights and Spaceballs. No, not Rush Hour is not a spoof movie. That's just a buddy cop movie. It's not really making fun of like a specific movie. You know what I mean? It's not really making. What would you consider Scream? Scream's a little bit, I think it's supposed to be like a little bit of like a tongue-in-cheek thing towards slashers, but it's also sort of a slasher itself. You can maybe see it as like light satire, but I think something like, as like light spoof, but like Scary Movie is also just very spoofy. Like, I think with spoof movies, there's just, what makes a spoof movie is just a heightened sense of absurdity, where it's like, like, if you haven't seen Eddie Boley's video on the matter, you should watch Eddie, he goes by Edache spoof movies, alright? I am going to send you, I'm going to send a link in the not in the description, but a link in the chat for you guys. Because, like, after this, I want you to watch this video. I want you to watch Edache's video on spoof movies, because I feel like he very much articulates what a spoof movie is and what went wrong with spoof movies. I mean, they're bringing back they are bringing back Scary Movie, and the Wayans brothers are coming back to it, so that's cool. Shrek, not exactly. I don't think Shrek, like, it does make fun of Disney, but it's not like, it's not as over the top and almost fourth wall breaking as, like, Scary Movie or The Naked Gun or Airplane. Like, again, it's just like even more something that's just even more absurd. Hannahcast spoof soon. I have cool ideas for spoof movies, honestly. I do have some great ideas I do want to do. The problem is, a lot of them cost money, and I don't have that, so I had to figure that out. Shrek 5 might make fun of Disney again now, even 16 years later. Oh yeah, they're going to. Although they're probably going to definitely make fun of, like, the internet and stuff. I'm so excited for the I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot. I'm not really, but hey, I'm glad you're excited. Do a no-budget spoof movie that embraces having no budget. But that's the problem, is, like, a lot of the, then it could be considered, is it just an excuse to not have a budget? Like, because the thing is, like, there are movies that, like kind of cheap out, but even that's, like, there's not really, like, I don't know, like, there's not really much of a joke to be, like, I don't know, it's like, when the joke is, oh, it's cheap, like, that's the joke, that could be considered also, like, well, are you just being lazy? Like, look at Disaster Movie. Like, a lot of, like, that movie looks so cheap, and that's part of the joke, but it doesn't come off as funny, it just comes off as lazy. Next Best Picture gave Minecraft 1.5 star. Well, I guess we have to boycott Next Best Picture, because clearly that is peak cinema. I'm still waiting on another Mummy film with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, with both Oscar winners returning. That might not happen, probably. I've seen multiple people on YouTube and the trade say that The Bride was the best part of Warner Brothers' presentation. How can they put it in March if it looks this good? Are they going to push the date? I mean, maybe they could push the date, but as is, if it comes out in March, then it's not going to be an Oscar thing. No. Team America, is that a spoof? I don't know. Again, I do feel like Team America is more social satire, but I don't know if it's a spoof movie. I don't know if it's a spoof. Because again, it's not really making fun of a specific film or a specific genre of film. How about, wait, I mean, they doing AI trailer to any films now? I have no idea what you're talking about right there. Oh, you're talking about For the Mummy? How about a Drag Race spoof? I don't know. Like, that's not. I don't know what really. If we're talking about like RuPaul's Drag Race, I don't think I would want to do that, because, like, well, for one, I don't really have the. Again, that would require a lot of money. But even then, it's like I don't really want to touch. Making fun of drag races, because it's like that could get into like potentially offensive territory, and I don't really want to do that. Like, I don't want to run into that kind of stuff. Like, I want to I want to do something a little bit more broad, like something you could make fun of. Zaslav doesn't want to do any more original movies, so he's putting them out to the pasture, probably. Tell that to Family Guy being racist. I mean, that's not. The fact that PTA named it One Battle After Another and not Vineland Tales, he's gonna take it to his own direction. Again, I don't know. I mean, I know what you're saying, AJ, but it's like, I still have it in the 10, but I'm not no one can convince me that it's going to be the Best Picture winner as of right now. I just can't do that. Rank your top 5 favorite Minecraft movie quotes. I am Steve. Chicken Jockey. Mamma Mia. That's a Minecraft. I wanna have sex with this villager. And number 5, I think I would say it's Morbin time. Those are my top 5 Minecraft quotes. I'm surprised Family Guy and American haven't been canceled yet by society. I don't know what angle you're taking that. I don't know, but like I just like I don't know, like. But yeah, like it's weird. Like out of all these things, I'm just like out of all the stuff that was shown, I'm just very, very excited for The Naked Gun because there's so much potential for this to actually save the spoof movie genre. There's so much potential for this, and I'm just I need this to be good. As like if this could be good and successful, that will tell studios, hey, we want more spoof movies. We want more good spoof movies. Jennifer Coolidge, Villager Love plotline sounds like the most what the fuck moment thing ever. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the Minecraft movie. It like, oh my god. I wonder if they're gonna pull like, remember in Pixels where like Josh Gad like had sex with Qbert, and they ended up having children together. I had a friend once who saw Pixels, and she was pissed off at the idea of Josh Gad having sex with Qbert. Like she was like, they fucked Qbert. It's just like she was just like really pissed. The Emoji Movie was worse. Yeah, I would say I actually did not mind Pixels. I thought Pixels was okay, but the Emoji Movie was actually terrible. The Emoji Movie was just awful. But yeah, I really hope The Naked Gun's good. I really hope it's good. Is Crash worse than Emilia Perez? I have not seen Crash. I noticed you have Jeremy Allen White at number 1. Your best actor predictions. He could get nominated. But I'm going to go on a limb and say no matter how good he is, there is a near 0% chance of winning. Oh, never say 0% chance. I mean, keep in mind, Timothée Chalamet literally won SAG, and it's like that his percentage of the moment you win SAG, it doesn't guarantee you're going to win Best Actor, but your chances are not 0. Like, especially this early in the year, I don't think you can ever say like anything is like a 0% chance. Could Timothy finally win or lose again? I do believe one of these days. I actually do think one of these days Timothée Chalamet is going to win multiple Oscars. I mean, the fact that he was that good in Call Me By Your Name at age 22 and got nominated for an Oscar against the likes of Daniel Day-Lewis and Denzel Washington, it's like, bro is going to become... I think Timothée Chalamet will become one of the best actors ever. I think he will become like one of the greatest actors ever. Like starting that young with Call Me By Your Name and then going on to do stuff like, the Dune movies, like just leading big budget sci-fi prestige films, playing, almost winning a SAG award for playing Bob Dylan. It's like, I feel like Timothée Chalamet is going to be one of the best actors ever. This is his first real leading role in any film. The Academy are notorious for making younger actors wait more than young actresses. I mean, okay, to be fair, like, all right, let me look up. Like, Jeremy Allen White cannot be that young. Jeremy Allen White's 34. That's not that young. I mean, hell, he's old. I mean, hell, if I'm not mistaken, like, wasn't like Eddie Redmayne closer to around that age when he was in The Theory of Everything? So it's like, I don't know. Jeremy Allen White is like, I don't know. Like, he's still like, he's getting up there. Hope Ariana takes supporting actress robbed from this year. Again, I don't know, because I just don't think Wicked for Good's gonna be that amazing, but we'll see. Hope Lucy Liu gets in for actress, but worried she might get the Demi Moore route. Again, it just depends on how strong her film is in Best Picture. Name a lead role in the movie Jeremy has had before this. His only significant role has been in a TV show. He's won Emmys, but the Oscar for lead actor is a different beast. I'm not saying I'm not saying he's absolutely going to win lead actor, but I'm just saying that's the best option I got right now. I mean, again, like, it's just like, it's this early in the year. Cut me some slack. It's like none of our predictions are going to be correct this early in the year. What if Wicked for Good is actually good? Well, that depends. How good? Because even if it's, like, good, but not as good as Wicked 1, it's going to underperform in nominations. So, like, it has to be, like, considered significantly better than the first Wicked. And from what everyone has been saying about the second act of Wicked, saying that it's kind of mid, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think people are going to be disappointed by Wicked for Good. What do you think about the Smashing Machine release date? The release date does not really concern me. It's mainly the reactions I've heard where people are like, huh? I don't know. Is that how you pronounce Lucy Liu's name? That's odd and strange. I'm not okay, here's the thing. I have no idea how you pronounce her name, because I've heard her name being pronounced as Lucy Liu, but I've never heard her pronounce her name that way. Whereas, you know, there's also Simu Liu, you know, the guy who plays Shang-Chi. His last name is spelled the exact same way as Lucy's. And he said that it's pronounced Liu. So, for all I know, so I don't know for sure, but it's like, if they have, like, the same last name and it's spelled the same way, I'm assuming and he says it's Liu, I'm assuming maybe her name this whole time is Liu. I'm not exactly sure. Actually, maybe I could look it up. I mean, Lucy Liu did win SAG Ensemble for Chicago back in 2003, I think. So her getting an Oscar nomination could be huge. I mean, to be sure, but to be fair, like, if you're, like, when it comes to SAG Ensemble, like, if you're nominated for SAG Ensemble, then, like, I mean, like, even if you have, like, a very, very small part, you could still win. Like, I think Gary Oldman had, like, one scene in Oppenheimer, and yet, you know, and yet he still won SAG Ensemble. So it's like, the ensemble thing is not really, like, when someone wins for SAG Ensemble, I don't, like, look too deeply into that, because, like, if they have, like, a very small role, it's like, well, I mean, they just got in because, you know, because they, at least when it's because of, like, it's weird, because, like, SAG has, like, a weird rule when it comes to, like, their nominations. Like, if you have, like, your own, like, little name, if you have, like, your own little name card, then you can just get into SAG ensemble. So it's one of those strange things. What if the Smashing Machine was great? If it's great, then yeah, it's probably going to be, at least Dwayne Johnson could be like a serious acting contender. I mean, I'm curious when Rosemead comes, based on a true story, based on an immigrant mother with terminal cancer and thinks their own child is obsessed with massive shootings. Well, let me look and see. I am interested. Like, let me look. Rosemead. Let's see. An immigrant mother in California's San Gabriel Valley takes desperate measures to help her unstable teenage son as she discovers his obsession with mass shootings inspired by true events. That's interesting. I'm pretty interested in this. But again, I'm not exactly sure if it's going to be a big thing because nothing has, like, I've never even heard of this movie until today. So I'm not exactly sure. Also, it seems like this movie was, like, in development since 2020. So that means, like, this has been in development for a long time. So, I don't know, maybe it's gone through production hell. Does the animated film Wildwood have a distributor yet? I know it's produced by Laika. Will it have to play at a festival or get distribution, or can Laika distribute it? Let's see. Wildwood. Oh, wait. It doesn't even have a release date yet. Uh-oh. It doesn't even have a release date yet. So, maybe this, like, I wonder if that's even coming out this year. Because, yeah, there's not really any, you know, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have a distributor. It's supposed to come out this year, but, like, we don't really know when it's coming out. So, I don't know. I do kind of wonder if it is coming out this year. Sucks Grace Sanders didn't win an Oscar for animated yet. I mean, true, but at the same time, Flo did. I thought Flo deserved it over Wild Robot. Okay, thanks for checking. Anytime. The reports on Lucy Liu's film is that it's her most daring performance in her career, but crossing fingers. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Alright, I might get, like, you know, might as well dump some, you know, membership gifts. Alright, let's see, like, you know, yeah, let's gift 5 memberships today. Yeah. Alright, Louise Felipe Trieasy, M. Jackson, Peter Borkerding, and Advic V, you all get memberships. Hooray. Oh, I wanted a membership. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Sorry about that. It's what, like... And let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I have a few things about Wicked. Should I save it for next time? I don't know. Maybe. Then again, I guess I am about to. Maybe I am about to close up shop for tonight, because I'm not exactly sure what else to talk about. Because we did go through all of the CinemaCon footage, and it has been 2.5 hours, or at least nearly 2.5 hours. Kind of wish Dee Dee got some love. Yeah, I did really like Dee Dee, but to be fair, even I don't think I would have nominated it for anything. Again, it just comes down to competition. When there's just so much competition, it's like, you know, sometimes, sometimes competition is just too much. I'm bad with words. I don't know. I mean, Sean Wong could win an Oscar someday. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, he perhaps. I mean, I guess it depends on what it would be, but yeah, guys. I think let's see. Any final thoughts before I head off? Like I said, if you want to become a member, consider becoming a member here. Or if you want to support the channel directly, I have a Ko-Fi link, which is ko-fi.com/ChristianHannah. You can find it you can find it right here. Or, like I said, it's right here on the top here. If you want to support me that way, you could. Anything can help the channel. It really does help. You're an OG gangster. Thanks. Final thought. I'm seeing the Peak Craft movie tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, go see Steve. I am Steve. Chicken jockey. But yeah, consider supporting the channel in any way. It really helps. So, yeah, guys. And don't forget, next week, probably next Monday, or this upcoming Monday, I should say, I'm going to be posting my directing and screenplay Oscar predictions for next year's Oscars. But, however, one thing I've been doing is, if you are a member, if you become a channel member, you can see my prediction videos early. I post prediction videos early for members. They get first access, and then the next day or so, the video gets posted. So, yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Consider becoming a member, and be sure you hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, the Naked Gun will not be good.